Okay, so guys, in this video, we will discuss integration or the entire derivative of a function. Now, first of all, what is the derivative of x square plus x? So we will take derivative of x square plus x, d by dx. So it will be 2x plus 1, right? Now, if we just, reverse this process, if we take the integral of 2x plus 1, we are going to get the function x square plus x. So this is basically integration. It is the opposite of taking the derivative of a function. Okay. For taking the integration, for doing the integration of something, you have to consider some things. When you take the derivative, the variables should match. For example, if I'm taking the derivative and the variable given to me is x, then the derivative, the integration should be done with respect to x. I will get some sort of, integral, plus this should be added to the constant of integration. Okay, so anytime you integrate a function, there's always going to be a constant that you need to add to. And just for your information, this symbol right over here is also known as integrand. So now let's see some common rules for taking the integration of functions. Now the most common rule which we will be using today in our examples is this one. If we are taking the derivative of a function which is having a power n, okay, n can be anything, n can be 1, 2 or 3 and so on, and we are taking the derivative with respect to x, the variable given to us. Okay, so a and b are constant and x is the variable, and we are taking the integration with respect to dx. Then the integration can be done as the function will be as it is, then the power plus 1, and then the power plus 1, the same factor will be added in the denominator plus the constant of integration. Also, there is one more very common integration rule. If we are taking the derivative of the same function but it is being divided, then you have to take the derivative, of course, with respect to dx. First of all, you will take 1 divided by a. Okay, so this factor will be separated. Then you will take the log of the same function, the natural log, or you can say the ln of ax plus b plus the constant of integration. Okay, so these are the two most common rules for taking the integration of something. Let me just tell you how we can take the integration, how we can do the integration of 5. Now we know that if we take the derivative of 5 will be 0 because it is a constant. But in case of integration, it is opposite. It is actually equal to 5x. Okay, so x is the same variable which we are given to us plus the constant of integration. Now you might think that from where this x is coming. So let me just tell you first of all what's the inner process in this thing. First of all, we will separate the 5. So we will have 5 1 dot dx, and 1 dot dx, this factor is always equal to x. So 5x plus c. X corresponds to integration of 1 dot dx. Now there arises the question of what will be the derivative of pi dot d, any factor, any variable, ds. What would be the derivative of pi with respect to ds? Of course, the pi is a constant, so we will have pi as it is. Then with respect to, over here we will doing with respect to x, over here we are doing with respect to s, so it will be pi s plus constant of integration. Then where we have Euler with respect to ds, of course it would be Euler s plus c. Okay, now let's try some examples. Okay, so the first example we have is we have to integrate x power 5 with respect to dx. Okay, so this is n and this is my function x. So we can use the property of integration x power n, integration fx power n with respect to dx can be written as fx power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus the constant of integration. Okay, so over here we can use the same thing. First of all, the function as it is, then the power plus 1, then the same factor added in the denominator plus the constant of integration. So we will have x 5 plus 1 is 6 divided by 6 plus constant of integration. This is the final integration of x power 5. And you know what? You can check this if this is right. You can take the derivative of same thing. So by taking the derivative of x6 divided by 6 plus the derivative of c. So 6 is a constant, will be separated. Derivative of 6x, x power 6 will be 6x power 5. Okay, plus the derivative of c will be 0 because it is a constant. So 6 will be cancelled and we have x5. See, we have the same function right over here. Okay, so this is the actual function. Now let's find the integral of 1 divided by square root of x power 3. First of all, square root is always equal to power 1 by 2, right? We can write integral of 1 divided by x power 3 multiplied by 1 divided by 2 dot dx. Then 1 divided by, we can reciprocate this thing, so we will have x cube power negative 1 by 2 dot dx. Then we can have x power negative 3 by 2 dot dx. The same thing, we have n and we have the function. So n plus 1. So first of all, x, the fx, then the n plus 1, negative 3 divided by 2 plus 1, then the same factor in the denominator, 3 plus 2 plus c. So we have negative 3 plus 2, negative 3 divided by 2 plus 1 will be x power negative 1 by 2, and over here we will have same thing, 1 by 2 plus c. So this will be reciprocated because it is the denominator of the denominator, so we will have negative 2x power negative 1 by 2 plus c, and this can be reciprocated, so it will become positive. So we will have negative 2 divided by x power 1 by 2 plus c. Okay. Now let's try to find the integral of 2x plus 3 power 4 dot dx. Okay. So first of all, we will reciprocate this thing. So we will have 2x plus 3 power negative 4 dot dx. Now this is the same thing as fx, and this will be my n. So the same rule will be applied over here. So we will have first of all the function, then the power plus 1, so negative 4 plus 1 divided by the same factor over here plus c. So we have 2x plus 3, negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3 divided by negative 3 plus c. So this negative 3, this negative sign will be separated, so we will have negative 2x plus 3 negative 3 plus c. Now if you want, we can reciprocate this thing, so we will have negative 1 by 3 divided by 2x plus 3. Of course, by reciprocating it, the power will be positive, so we'll have positive 3 plus c. Now in the next video, we will be discussing the integration of the trigonometric function. Okay.